Hi everyone and welcome to Behind the Yellow Tape. I'm your host Patricia and I'm thrilled to have you join me for this exciting first episode. A little about myself before we dive in. I'm currently majoring in biomedical science and over the years I've developed a deep interest in the world of forensic science. This podcast is a space where we'll explore how forensic plays a key role in solving crimes, bringing closure to families, and sometimes even exonerating the innocent. Now let's start with the basics. What exactly is forensic science? You've probably heard the term a lot in popular crime TV shows, but forensics is more than a dramatic courtroom revelations or catching criminals in the act. Forensic science is, at its core, the application of scientific principles to answer questions related to the legal system. This can include criminal investigations, civil cases, and even regulatory appliances. For crime scenes to laboratories, forensic science spans a wide range of disciplines. Think biology, chemistry, physics, psychology, and even digital forensic. In a nutshell, it's the bridge that connects science to law enforcement, helps investigators collect, analyze, and interpret evidence. Let me give you a couple examples of how forensic science helps solve crimes. Imagine a crime scene where detectives are trying to figure out who committed a burglary. They may find fingerprints on a broken window or a piece of furniture. By using forensic science techniques like fingerprint analysis, experts can match those prints to potential suspects. Or in a more serious case, take DNA. The discovery of DNA has been a game changer for forensic science. Traces of hairs, skin cells, or blood can be analyzed in a lab and matched to a potential suspect. In fact, DNA evidence has solved cold cases decades after being committed, giving victims and their families long overdue justice. We'll talk about some of these cases in future episodes. But it's not all just blood and DNA. There's also forensic anthropology, which deals with skeletal remains, forensic entomology, which uses insects' activities to estimate time of death, and even forensic toxicology, which examines substances like drugs and poisons in the body. Each branch of forensic science has its own unique role, and when they come together, they help build a complete picture of what happened during a crime. Now it's just the tip of the iceberg when it comes to forensic science, but I hope that gives you an idea of how broad and vital this field is. As we continue on in this podcast, we'll go deeper into how these methods work with real-world examples, reflections on famous crime cases, and discussions about the latest developments in this field. You'll see just how crucial forensic science is, not only in solving crimes, but also securing convictions and ensuring justice is served. You might be wondering how forensic science has evolved over time. Well, it's definitely come a long way. In the past, investigators relied heavily on witness testimony, confessions, or even circumstantial evidence. But as forensic technology advanced, we gained the ability to use hard scientific evidence to back up or disprove claims. For instance, the case of the famous serial killer Ted Bundy. Bundy was finally caught because of bite mark analysis, a form of forensic dentistry. His teeth marks matched those found on one of his victims, which played a huge role in his conviction. And that's just one case. In future episodes, we'll dive into even more famous cases where forensic science was the key to solving the puzzle. I'll take you through the stories that shaped the field as we know it today. We'll also be talking about current events. Forensic science isn't stuck in the past, it's actually constantly evolving with new methods and technologies being developed every day. We'll explore how modern day forensics is used in everything from cybercrimes to terrorism investigations, but how it's helping law enforcement stay one step ahead in the fight against crime. By the end of this journey, you'll have a better understanding of what really happens behind the scenes after a crime has been committed. Also, how the evidence is pieced together to solve even the most complex crimes. As we move forward with each episode, the cases will get more intriguing, the science more fascinating, and I guarantee you'll walk away with a new appreciation for what happens behind the yellow tape. So whether you're a true crime enthusiast, a science geek, or just someone curious about how justice is served, I hope you'll stick around. I'll be releasing new episodes every week or every 2 weeks where we will explore even more incredible cases and scientific breakthroughs. Make sure to subscribe so you don't miss a thing. Thanks again for joining me on this very first episode of Behind the Yellow Tape. I'm Patricia, and I'll see you next time as we uncover more mysteries and explore the world where science meets crime.